What if the miracle you need right now is hidden inside one of these stories, from healing the broken to raising the dead, from opening blind eyes to calming raging storms? Stay with me until the end, because this miracles will strengthen your faith forever. Number 10.
What if your darkness was only waiting for Jesus to bring the light? A blind man sat by the road, unable to see the world, unable to see hope. Day after day he begged, while people passed him by. But one day Jesus came near. The blind man cried out, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." When faith speaks, heaven listens. Jesus stopped and called him forward. And Jesus asked, "What do you want me to do for you?" He said, "Lord, that I may see." Jesus touched his eyes and said, "Your faith has healed you." And instantly, the darkness disappeared. This miracle teaches us, faith opens eyes that fear has closed. If you believe Jesus can open your eyes and your destiny, comment, "Amen." Like to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ? Number 9.
12 years of pain ended with one touch of faith. He was passing through the crowd, and for 12 long years, a woman had suffered in pain. Doctors had failed her, and hope was almost gone. But when she heard that Jesus was near, faith rose in her heart. She said to herself, "If I can just touch his garment, I will be healed." She reached through the crowd and touched the edge of his robe. Immediately, her body was healed, and her strength returned. Jesus stopped and asked, "Who touched me?" With trembling joy, she fell before him, and Jesus said, "Daughter, your faith has healed you." If you believe Jesus can heal what years of pain have broken, comment, "Amen."
Number 8.
10 were healed, but only one came back. As Jesus was traveling, 10 lepers stood at a distance and cried out, "Jesus, Master, have mercy on us." Jesus looked at them and said, "Go, show yourselves to the priests." They obeyed his word, even before they saw the miracle, and as they went, they were healed. But one of them, when he realized what Jesus had done, turned back, praising God with a loud voice. He fell at Jesus' feet in gratitude. Jesus then asked, "Were not all 10 healed? Where are the other 9? This miracle teaches us something powerful. God blesses many, but gratitude reveals true faith.
Number 7.
When everyone said she was dead, Jesus said, "She is only sleeping." A ruler named Jairus fell at Jesus' feet, begging him to save his dying daughter. Jesus went with him, but before they arrived, bad news came. They said, "Your daughter is dead. Do not trouble the teacher anymore." But Jesus said, "Do not fear, only believe." Faith must speak louder than fear. They were weeping and mourning, but Jesus said, "She is not dead, but asleep." When Jesus enters the room, hopeless situations are never final. Jesus took her by the hand and said, "Little girl, arise." And immediately she lived again. Jesus has power even over death. This miracle teaches us, fear ends where faith begins. If you believe Jesus can restore what seems lost, comment, "Amen." Like to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, and subscribe to watch the next miracle.
Number 6. A widow was walking through the town of Nain. She had already lost her husband, and now she was burying her only son. Her heart was completely broken. Jesus saw her crying, and his heart was moved with compassion. Jesus said, "Do not weep." Then he touched the coffin and said, "Young man, I say to you, arise." And immediately the dead boy sat up and began to speak. Fear and awe filled the crowd. They said, "God has visited his people." This miracle teaches us, Jesus steps into our sorrow and turns mourning into joy. If you believe Jesus can restore what death has taken, comment, "Amen." Number 5.
He was born in darkness, but Jesus changed everything. As Jesus walked with his disciples, he saw a man who had been blind from birth. People asked, "Who sinned, this man or his parents?" But Jesus answered, "This happened so the works of God might be revealed in him." Jesus bent down, made mud from the ground, and gently placed it on the man's eyes. Then he said, "Go and wash in the pool of Siloam." The man obeyed, and when he washed, his eyes were opened. For the first time in his life, he could see. This miracle reminds us Jesus doesn't just restore sight, he restores purpose.
Number 4. What if the one everyone rejected was the one Jesus was about to touch? A man full of leprosy came and knelt before Jesus. People feared him. Society rejected him. He was unclean, lonely, and broken. But he believed Jesus could heal him. He said, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." Jesus reached out his hand and touched him. When Jesus touches what others avoid, miracles happen. Jesus said, "I am willing. Be clean." And immediately the leprosy left his body. His skin was restored. His life was restored. This miracle teaches us Jesus is not afraid of your brokenness. If you believe Jesus can heal what the world has rejected, comment Amen. Like to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, and subscribe to watch the next miracle. Number 3. Stay with me, because this miracle will strengthen your faith. A man who could not hear and could not speak was brought to Jesus. He lived in a world of silence, cut off from voices, cut off from connection. People begged Jesus to heal him. Jesus took him away from the crowd, because some miracles are too personal for noise. Jesus put his fingers in the man's ears and touched his tongue. Then Jesus looked up to heaven and said, "Be opened." Immediately the man's ears were opened, his tongue was loosened, and he began to speak clearly. This miracle teaches us Jesus opens what life has closed. If you believe Jesus can open your ears, your mouth, and your destiny, comment Amen. Number 2.
Many Christians don't know that Jesus fed 4,000 people after he already fed 5,000. A great crowd had followed Jesus into a remote place. They had been with him for 3 days. They were hungry, tired, and far from home. Jesus looked at the crowd and felt compassion. He said, "I do not want to send them away hungry." The disciples said, "We only have 7 loaves of bread and a few small fish." Jesus told the people to sit down on the ground. He took the bread and fish, gave thanks, and broke them. Then he gave them to the disciples to share with the crowd. Everyone ate until they were full, and when they collected the leftovers, there were 7 baskets remaining. This miracle teaches us Jesus can multiply what you place in his hands. What looks small to you is powerful to God. If you believe Jesus can multiply your resources, your faith, and your blessings, comment Amen.
Number 1.
What if death of Jesus was not the end, but the beginning of your greatest victory? Jesus had been crucified. His body was taken down from the cross and placed in a tomb. A heavy stone was rolled in front of the entrance. Roman soldiers were assigned to guard it. His followers were broken, afraid, and hiding. They thought all hope was lost. But early on the 3rd day, something incredible happened. The ground began to shake. An angel of the Lord descended from heaven. He rolled away the stone and sat on it. The guards trembled with fear and became like dead men. When the women came to the tomb, they found it empty. The angel said, "Do not be afraid. He is not here. He has risen, just as Jesus promised. Death could not hold him. The grave could not defeat him. Jesus rose from the dead in victory and power." Later, Jesus appeared to his disciples. They touched his hands. They saw his wounds. They knew he was alive. This miracle teaches us, because Jesus lives, your hope is alive. Your future is alive. Your salvation is alive. No matter how dark your situation feels, resurrection power is coming. If you believe Jesus is alive and reigning forever, comment Amen. Like to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. Subscribe to watch the next miracle.